Hey everybody, it's Calvin Nation here with another video, and in this video we're going to be talking about the 2012 catalog from Spyderco. This is going to be the product guide for all Spyderco knives coming up in this upcoming year, so this is pretty cool. I just downloaded it today off of their Facebook page. You can go to their actual web page or their Facebook page and download it for yourself. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's because of the flash restriction on iPads, which this is on right now, but it didn't want to get all the pictures on when I put it onto the iPad, so I had to actually convert it to a different file to actually get it to work. So it's not going to be the best quality, but hopefully you guys enjoy it and follow along. This is the first time I'm ever doing this, so hopefully you guys, again, enjoy it. So let's get started with the first page, and you can see that awesome photography from Spyderco. I love some of their pictures. You'll see some more as we go along. There's another one, it's pretty cool. The police in a little cactus there. New to 2012, we'll keep going for now, so you can just see those on the way. There we have a Native 4, some more awesome Spyderco photography of a guy climbing it pretty well, like a mountain. Alright, so we're starting off with Clip-Its. We got our police. And again, like I said, I'm going to kind of rush through this since I don't want to talk about every single knife on every page because it'd take forever. There's like 90 pages. But alright, so we got the police, G10, stainless steel, can get full serrations, that's wedge there, full flat grind. Got a civilian and a harpy, both hawkbill blades, Endura 4, Delica 4, Endura 4, Delica 4, black with partial serrations, foliage green, Delica 4, Endura 4. Actually looks a lot more like gray if you ask me. We got our orange Delica and Endura, purple Delica, purple Endura as well. Orange ones did come out last year. Supposedly they're new for this year as well, but that's pretty cool. Also got this new Delica Blue National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund. Just comes with a little marking on the blade. A portion of each one of these goes to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund, so that's pretty cool. Next we have our ZDP 189 Endura 4 and Delica Force. Then we got our stainless steel versions with partial serrations, obviously. Then we got our Endura 4 trainer in red FRN, as well as our Delica 4, which are pretty cool. I think it'd be cool to put these on a full flat ground blade like actually X-Acto did. You can check out a video on that over there on his channel, because he did that, swapped out the trainer blade for a full flat ground blade, and I think it looks super cool. Me and him were also talking a little bit more about how it'd be super cool if Spyderco decided to put some more G10 slabs on their Endura 4s. Maybe Endura 5, who knows? Maybe we'll see that, but I think it'd be super cool to see some blue and orange G10 on an Endura. I think it'd be super cool. Anyway, we keep going. We got our rescue blades here, orange and black FRN, same kind of deal here. Then we got our dragonflies. I have this one, which I absolutely love. I think the dragonflies are sick little knives. I definitely recommend them. Nothing really new in the dragonfly department, but here you can see we got more. We got our stainless steel version, stainless steel with the tattoo there, and we got a cricket, obviously. Then we go into our militaries. Sorry, I was mixing military with paramilitary. I said Mara. Anyway, we got our militaries, which I love. I got the orange version in the satin finish, which I think is sick. Obviously, you got your satin, your black, partial serration, digicam black, and we got our titanium versions, which comes in a fluted titanium or just a standard titanium, which I think are sweet. Maybe someday I'll try to pick one up. These are also in frame locks instead of these ones in liner locks, but those are very expensive, but also super cool. Then we got our paramilitaries in black and satin, digicam. Then we're on to our natives. I've never had one of these, but I think they're kind of cool. Definitely not something I'm going to think about buying in the near future, but who knows, they're pretty cool. Also with the pink one, if you buy one, it supports the Breast Cancer Association, which, you know, it's a good thing. So super cool there. Then we go on to some new ones here. We got our Native 5, which is a fluted titanium version, which I think is pretty cool. If I had to choose between some of those, I'd probably choose that one. Then we got our Centofanti 3. I don't know too much about that one and these upcoming ones here. We got our stretch lightweight in Yohimbo too. That's a new one that's designed, I guess, by Michael Janich. He's a cool dude. Okay, then we move on to our Mannixes here. Like usual, we have our satin and our black, and then we have our little bit more unique one, our FRN version, which is a translucent blue, which is pretty cool. I believe that was new to 2011, so that's a cool one. Exacto has a review on that, you can check that out. But also here, if we go to the next page, we have a Mannix 2 XL, which is new to this year, which is pretty cool. Spyderco says here, the Mega Mannix has Spyderco's patented ball bearing lock, full internal handle liners, extend beyond the G10 handle scales, and are scalloped around the perimeter, providing exceptional grip and handle control. Overall length is 8.97, I think, inches. So that's pretty cool. And we have our P-cals up there, which are really quite strange. I don't know too much about those. Might have to do a quick YouTube search on those later. Keep moving on here. We have our Calis, our Cali 3 and our Cali 3.5, which I think are sweet knives. I love the look of them. I might end up getting the Cali 3 later on as well, but I did get the Cali 3.5 the other day. You guys might have seen the unboxing for it. I think it's a sweet little knife. I definitely recommend it. But no new changes there. Now here is something that may interest you guys, and that is the Sage 4. That's the Sage 4, obviously, 1, 2, and 3. And I have the Sage 1. I'm thinking about getting the Sage 3 very shortly. I've actually had that one as well in my shopping cart a few times and just couldn't go through with it. But I think I'm going to try to get both of these eventually. But the Sage 4 really doesn't pique my interest too much. And I'm sorry to say it if some of you guys absolutely love the look of it, but I just don't see it. I don't really care for it, and it's a little bit of a disappointment because on that first page there when it said new to 2012, I saw that said Sage 4 and I was super excited because personally I think the Sage lineup is one of the best lineup of knives ever, especially for the price. But yeah, Sage 4 didn't really interest me too much, but they say, and it's mid-back lock, so it's a lock-back design. And I guess that's part of the reason why I don't care for it too much. If you guys have been watching my channel, you know that I don't really care for lockbacks. I like the liner lock, frame locks, and even, you know, that lock there. I forget what that one's called, the bolt lock, as well as even the axis lock. I prefer those over the back locks. But anyway, here's what they say about the Sage 4. The late Almar changed the knife industry by adding a back lock, positioned midway down the handle spine to his folders. Positioning the lock release closer to the blade shortens the locking arm, making it easier to unlock while increasing the lock's tension and strength. And you can see there, I guess it's some kind of wood. They don't say, or here they do. I can barely see what they say there. It looks like it says Arizonian or something, Arizonian ironwood with titanium bolsters. So obviously it's a wood with titanium bolsters. That's for the Sage 4. So it doesn't look terrible, but definitely not something that I can think about buying at this point. Probably going to stay away from that one for now. But anyway, keep moving on. We're on to our good value folders. We have, obviously, like last year, we have our Ambitious, our Persistence, Tenacious, and the Tenacious Black. That's a new one to this year. And we have our normal Tenacious in a satin finish and our Resilience. So if you've wanted a black one, your wishes have come true. 2012, you'll get one. So that's pretty cool. I actually have had experience with the Tenacious. I do not have one, but my buddy has one, and I think it's an awesome knife for the price. So definitely recommend any one of these. Then we move on to the Leaf Storm, and we have these two new ones here, the Chicago and the Cat. Very small knives. I think they're both in 440C, which I think is kind of cool. You don't see Spyderco knives in 440C rarely anymore, so that's kind of cool. Some of you guys may dislike 440C. I personally don't have any problems with it. I think a lot of people are a little too negative with it, because really I think it's a decent steal for the price. But yeah, those are two cool little knives there. They're liner locks as well. And here's some more knives that I don't have too much knowledge about. We have our Gail Bradley folder, our PPT by Fred Perrin, and a Rescue by Jason Breeden. All kind of pretty unique looking knives. Nothing there too much that interests me. We'll keep going. We have our Super Leaf, which looks like a pretty good performing knife. No experience again with that. And going down, we have a New Balance, I guess, from Ed Shemp. I think this is probably just because it's in stainless steel. I believe they were in carbon fiber before. I think it's a cool little knife, but definitely something I wouldn't buy. I think it's just too much money for what you're getting. And then we have our Zulu by Jens Also. Nothing new there. And keep going here. We have the Velaton sub-hilt folder, which I think is super cool. I like the way it locks as well. I think it's a really cool knife. We also have our Junior by Alexandru Diaconescu. Hard names to say, I swear. They get even worse as we go on. But these are both new. I'm not sure what makes them new, but they're both new. Then we have two more new ones, our Des Horn folder, which I believe also did come out late of this year. It's still 2011, but it came out I think a couple weeks ago. I just saw it go on the Cutlery Shop website. But very strange looking knife. But I guess to each his own if you like it. We also have the Chaparral. I'm not sure what's new about that. I don't know too much about that knife either. Okay, and here we have a strange looking one. We have the Memory by Frank Centofanti. Now, for all Spyderco knives, if I don't really care for the look, I don't necessarily dislike the look, I just don't care for it too much. This one I think is actually just quite ugly. My guess is they are probably titanium handles. They look anodized blue. But yeah, I just think it's kind of ugly. I don't like that insert. Kind of reminds me of a knife that was made back in like the 70s or something. But that's a new one there. And up above it we have the Lion Spy by Gianni Paletta. I think that's actually quite a cool looking knife. Who knows, maybe I'll end up getting that one. That looks like a G10 model. Yep, G10. Oh, it's got titanium back scales. That's pretty cool. Is it a frame lock then? I'm not sure. Can't quite see. Okay, it's a Chris Reeve integral lock, so it is a frame lock then. Okay, moving on. We got two more new ones here. We have the Air by Gail Bradley, another one by him. We have the Techno by Marcin Slize. Crazy names. But those are both kind of cool. I like that one a little bit better than that one, but two more new knives. Then we have our Ethnic series, some more strange names coming up. We have our Chinese folder by Bob Lum, and I guess just the larger one there as well. Then we have our Persian. This is one I actually looked at getting a long time ago. I actually really like this knife. I'll probably still hold off on it for a while because I really do have some great Spyderco knives, and I don't need any of them, but you know, I love them all, so who knows, that one might be in my collection sometime soon. But nothing new there, but two really cool knives there. Then we have the Shoki and the Navaja by Ed Shemp. Nothing new there as well. You guys have probably seen those. Both very unique looking knives as well. Also, proceeds go to Keep a Child Alive organization. Here's a new one. Very strange. Not my cup of tea. This is the Pouco fixed blade by Pekka Tuominen. So that's a new one. It's got SWV steel, hollow grind, and some kind of wooden handle. And we have our Ladybug line, same as last year, except one new one there. We have our stainless steel tattoo version, just like the Dragonfly. And then we go on to another new one here, the Man-Bug, which I find really quite strange. I'll read you the little description here. Men and women are different. Side by side, the Man-Bug and the Ladybug are a contrast of gender-related differences. While they are the same overall length, Man-Bugs are thicker, more muscular, with a meatier frame than their thinner Ladybug counterparts. The wider modified clip-point blade and handle carry compact... sorry, I read that wrong. The wider modified clip-point blade and handle carry compact and efficiently like a Ladybug. They simply have more testosterone. So that's kind of funny, kind of cheeky there by Spyderco, the Man-Bug and the Ladybug. That's kind of cool. May pick one of those up eventually. We have a G10 version and our FRN version. And then we have our slip joints here, like the UK PKs. This one's a new a new one, the Squeak Slip It. Kind of cool. I like the looks of that. I like the way they've designed the UKP case handles. I kind of like how it's a little bit different than their usual FRN. It's got that kind of nice little beveling around the edges. I think it looks kind of nice. And then we just have some more ones here. These are all older ones. The UK PKs, the drop point, the leaf with the serration, and the drop point with the serration. You can get those in various colors. We have our Kiwi, which I think is a sick knife, as well as our other Bug series, and we have the Stag version. Those are pretty cool. I love the Kiwi. Then we got our Salt series. Just keep going here. We have our Dragonfly 2, which is new, which I wasn't so sure of. It looks very similar to the earlier models. I'm not sure what's different, but I don't know too much about those. But that's a new one. We also have our Ladybug Salt and our Ladybug with the Hawkbill blade in Salt in H1 steel as well. Then we have our Pacific Salt, which are basically Enduras with the H1 blade. Then we have our Rescue type blades in the Salt version, the Saver Salt and the Lactic Salt. Then we got our Tasman Salt, Jumpmaster, nothing new there. Then we have our Warriors, which I think is sweet. This one's a new one right here. That's pretty cool. It's a kind of a slimmed down version. Looks a little bit different as well. It's called the Pygmy Warrior by Bob Taylor. I think it's really, really cool. I think that's a sick little fixed blade there by Spyderco. All three of them are really cool. Anyway, keep moving on. We have our Bill Moran fixed blades here, which I believe haven't changed since something like 1992 or something crazy. But these are cool knives. I have one, the orange version I got with my military. So those are pretty cool. Keep moving on. Now this is another sick fixed blade, the Rock by Ed Shemp. I absolutely love the way it looks. If I were to drop a big chunk of money on a fixed blade from Spyderco, that'd definitely be the one I would get. I think it's super cool. But we also here have the Temperance, I believe, that one, and the Street Beat by Fred Perrin. So pretty cool ones. It says the Shemp Rock by Ed Shemp. That's new. I'm not sure what's new about it. I thought this one was already released back a while ago. Anyway, you guys probably know a lot more about some of these knives than I do, so leave a comment if I've mentioned anything wrong. Anyway, we'll keep going. We have the South Fork by Phil Wilson. This is a new one as well. Kind of looks like a kitchen kind of cutlery knife, if you ask me. Not my cup of tea again. Full flat grind in VG10, or no, S90V. Okay, so that's kind of cool. We also have our Bushcraft. Now we have our Sprint Runs 2012 limited productions. Some of these are pretty cool, especially this one, the Dodo Orange. Now some of you guys might think I'm insane for liking this one, but I think this is a sweet knife. I think it looks super cool. It recently piqued my interest when I saw Jeff, Cutlery Lover. He got a blue one. He owned one way back in the day, and he happened to get one secondhand again since he sold his old one off, and I think it looks super cool. And once I realized a couple months ago that Spyderco had rumors for an orange Dodo, I just, ever since then I've definitely been anxiously awaiting it. So definitely going to pick one of those up, but it is a Sprint Run. Oops, we also have a couple other ones. We got our Meerkat Burgundy. That's kind of cool. Very similar to a lot of the other ones like the Chicago and the Cat. Very reminiscent of those. Here we kind of have one that's a little bit reminiscent of the military, mostly the blade, but it's kind of cool. I don't think it'd be something I'd pick up, but it's alright. We have the Jester in Grey G10. Looks a lot like some of those UK PK knives, but it's got the locking mechanism. Then again, our Dodo. So, we keep going. We have our autos here. I'm not going to talk about those. Those are restricted, I guess. Sharpeners. Sharpening stones, the bench stones, duckfoot sharpener by Bird or whatever. Oh, that's actually Spyderco's. Some accessories there, clothing accessories, shirts and hats, same old crap from 2011. Flash drives, carry cases, knife stands, and little mole adapter for a carry option for your knives there. And we got our bird guide here, so I'm going to just quickly go through this. I'm not a huge bird guy. Some of you guys may like it. I've never owned a bird knife. I do think they're great quality for the price, but it's something I definitely just wouldn't pick up because I don't need it. So anyway, keep going. Same old stuff from last year. I don't know if anything is new here. Stainless steel of the Cara, basically the Delica and the Endura. Some Hawkbill versions. And then we got some of these information here on some of the organizations that Spyderco helps out with the proceeds of their knives. And we got the whale rescue. This was same thing from 2011, so nothing much different there. Kind of cool. It's in 440C. Got a little picture there, which was also at the front. I'm not sure what it's really about, but anyway. There's the warranty information. We got our steel chart, steel elements, blade shapes, edge grinds, glossary, and I think that's it. Education. And we just have our little index of all the knives for 2012. So that's it. And thank you guys for watching. I know this took a long time, so hopefully you guys enjoyed anyway. And I'll see you for the next video. Take care.